Hi, it's Slave91. In this holiday, I'm giving you a treat by starting up a new series, Nico's Reviews, Manga or Anime, in which I do various anime and manga reviews and tell you either to read the manga or watch the anime. Today, we are going to focus on the infamous Elfen Lied, a gory little anime slash manga with lots of gore and a deep message. But the question is, does the anime stand up for the manga? Well, no. It is a story about a young woman named Lucy, who is a Daconius, a mutated form of a human with telekinetic powers, horns that grow out of their skull, and invisible hands called vectors, which can tear through anything and anyone. She is murderous and sadistic, killing anyone on sight, except for a young man named Koda, who finds her washed up on the beach after escaping the faculty that is keeping her, and others like her locked away, euthanizing them or keeping them locked up, using them for horrific experiments. Although Lucy is confronted by Koda and his cousin Yuka, she does not attack. This is because Lucy was injured while escaping the faculty, causing her to have a split personality. They take Lucy in and call her New. For obvious reasons. But then the real Lucy appears to wreak havoc on Yuka and Koda, but then stops when she sees Koda. What questions is hidden between the relationship of Lucy and Koda? But the bigger question is, when the members of the faculty find the young girl, who will they find? The murderous Lucy or the childlike Niu? The plot of Elfen Lied is a very dark one, with a deep message of humans dividing others by their differences. The plot is well written but not well sorted out in the anime like it is in the manga. Since the anime started while the manga was still being published, there are great differences from the anime and the manga, even though they have the same storyline. In the anime, characters seem to come out of nowhere or have nothing to do with the plot's movement whatsoever, while in the manga, everyone or even some characters seem to tie in the story, having deep connections with the plot, from what I know. Since the anime's ending differs from the manga, there are a lot of plot holes left open, making the viewer want more and unsatisfied. Also, it feels like the characters seem to sprout out things about the plot that we already know, which tends to be quite annoying at times. Also, I don't think the nudity and the excessive gore is needed in the story. In my opinion, it takes away from the story that is being told. The plot is okay, but there are better ones out there. The characters in the Elfen Lied anime are kind of flat compared to the manga, where they are more developed. I really don't think that the underdevelopment of the characters should be blamed on the short animation used, but on the direction. None of the characters really stand out, with the exception of Lucy and Mariko. The others come in, but are left hanging by a thread with no growth or anything. But that can all change by reading the manga. Some characters still have little to do with the plot, but are still likable nonetheless. The voice acting, it isn't that great. It's sad too, since we do have so many awesome voice actors, like Kira Vincent Davis and Lucy Christian, who do a fabulous job in the voice acting. The others are bleh. They are bland and boring. They don't put much emotion to the lines, sounding a little melodramatic at times. Nevertheless, it isn't completely horrible, and you can tolerate to listen to it. The music? One word. Beautiful. It is well orchestrated, but isn't well used in the series. But it will still make you feel something while looking at it. The music also goes well with the animation, making you tremble in fear one scene, and then bawling your eyes out the next. The animation is simply beautiful, with bright backgrounds and well-drawn landscapes. The characters are drawn in a moe-fied state with big eyes and cutesy features, which can be kind of weird since we are watching these doe-eyed cutesies being torn apart beautifully. I like the Elfen Lied series, I do, but I don't like it as much as I did before. Watching it again, I can see a lot of plot holes and unanswered questions left laying around in the anime. The anime suffers from manga detachment, leaving out a lot of important facts. The anime is okay overall, and it's time for me to rate the little bloodfest. I give Elfen Lied a computer screen watch, something that you will enjoy on your computer on your spare time on any given holiday, like Halloween, for example. Well, you wouldn't want to watch it on Thanksgiving or Christmas. But anyway, let's get down to the big one. Anime or manga? Which one will it be? Well, it should be obvious, of course. It should be the manga. Well, that's it for anime or manga. I'm Cover Slave, and I hope you enjoy. There will be more, so stick around, subscribe, comment, or rate. Oh yeah, happy Halloween!
「あなた